We made it to Munich, Germany, and this is my first time in Germany ever, and I'm really excited to be here. I have my little tote, and I'm getting ready to put my books in here, but I want to show you guys the books that I started and the books that I finished on the plane. I plan on reading a ton, and I think I'm going to show you guys the books that I brought with me a little bit later because we're getting ready to head out and go to like a little park, and there's actually a park that's near here where I guess like surfers come. It's called like the English Garden Park, and they have this like surfing wave where I guess people come and like surf. I don't really know, but it's within walking distance from here, so we're gonna go there. But I think before that we're gonna go down to the plaza and get some lunch and like see the city of Munich. But what I finished on the plane were two books. I finished A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole and rated this book 4 stars. So beautiful. I literally cried so much. It's definitely really cheesy, but I think what helped me from feeling like it was too cheesy was listening to music while I read this book. It made the book feel more cinematic and less like cheesy and like sappy and unrealistic. So it gave Hallmark movie vibes, but in the best way with the music. I think without the music I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much, but I finished this really quickly. And I also read Monday's Not Coming, and I shared in the last vlog that like I was reading sad books, and I actually want to do like a longer video of reading sad books like for the week because I don't have very many sad books, but I'm realizing that like I enjoy reading sad books, but not when they're like sad to the point of like manipulating like trauma maybe that you've been through or the character's been through to like make you feel some type of way. Like this story was sad but also like uplifting, and this story was sad but also informative. I rated this book 4 stars. It was my first book by Tiffany D. Jackson, and so many of you guys on Instagram said I have to read Allegedly and Grown by her. So I already own Grown by her, which is another book of hers, but I definitely am going to buy Allegedly because I loved this book. It was really good. I was really surprised that this is YA because the topic was like, I don't know, a little intense. So I finished those, but the 2 books that I'm reading are Flawless. I'm still reading Flawless by Elsie Silver. This book's okay. I definitely think that the writing is really good, but I don't know if I like the storyline. Well, I guess I like the storyline. I don't know if I like Rhett. That's what it is. Like, I like Summer, but Rhett just, like, seems like he acts like a teenager, even though he's not, and I don't really enjoy that. I also don't really enjoy when I feel like men in books are so, like, physically drawn to women, but they can't even really point out a lot of their, like, qualities as a human, like, without their physical attributes. And I feel like Rhett just sometimes, like, seems a little too focused on like her physical beauty and like how she makes him feel in like a sense of like him wanting to hook up with her, but not like her beauty as a human. So I don't know, that's my love language of like words of affirmation coming out, because everything he says about her is literally like, oh my god, like she walked past me and I like, you know, got turned on. It's like, okay, come on, like aren't you like 35 or 40, like get it together. So reading this book, it's okay. I didn't really read any of it on the plane because honestly it is super spicy and I did not know that going into it. And I also started Ace of Spades, and this is a book that I've heard so much about and it's really good so far. It actually kind of hooks you right away, and I'm on page 42, and I feel like if a book hooks you before 100 pages, like you're gonna be good. So yeah, those are the books that I finished, the 2 books I'm bringing. I think I'm actually just gonna bring this one book with me because the other book is like on a really spicy part. I don't really want to read that like at the park. I'm going to show you guys the books that I brought with me, like all of them, probably tomorrow, but we're going to head out and go enjoy the rest of the journey.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different, still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments, doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors, they kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it. There's something different about us, and the reason why we stay. We fly around like paper planes, they never know us apart. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about us. There's something different about us. We're pouring cup after cup after cup.
We are heading back from shopping and we have tons of bags. And we also did like a little walk around the like downtown area. I think we're gonna go to, we're kind of like near the park. It's called like English Gardens and it's really close to us, but we want to go see this area where people, like I was telling you guys earlier, people will like what's it called? What's the word? Surf. I wanted to say ski, but I knew that was not the word. So we're gonna go there, but probably tomorrow. We're getting a little tired. We are not used to like this kind of walking, and it is really enjoyable to walk and talk and stuff, but also it's definitely different for us. Also, we're still off on our time zones, so we like slept a little bit when we got here, but then it's like 1 o'clock our time at home, so really we shouldn't be tired, but we're tired because we haven't had a ton of sleep. So I don't know, we're gonna head back and just like relax, probably have an early bedtime tonight so we can wake up at a decent hour tomorrow. I'll give you guys a little haul of everything we got when we get back, and I also want to show you guys the books that I am reading while I'm here on vacation. Probably show you guys that tomorrow, but I'll show you guys a little haul whenever we get back. I want to show you what I picked up at H&M and Urban Outfitters, and Brady also picked up some stuff too, so I'm going to show you guys what he got. I got this little top that I thought would be so cute with some cargo shorts. It's like open in the back. Everyone here, their style is just so good, and it just makes me like, I don't know, excited for my own outfits. I also got these cargos, which they're also again from Urban Outfitters, but I own a pair of cargos that I wear all the time, but they're like a longer cargo, so I figured that these would be really nice for like summer, early fall with like some sneakers. And then I got some stuff in here, but most of the stuff is Brady's. He got this little like button-up shirt. I thought it would be really nice with these shorts, these gray ones. H&M has really great like affordable stuff, especially for guys. I think this was only like $10 for these shorts. And then this shirt I think is my favorite, this little polo, super nice. Thought this would be really nice with like a white t-shirt underneath, and then he'll wear these probably like black shorts with it. They're the same ones that he got in gray. And then he also got some socks because he's like a little low on socks, and I got this skirt, literally obsessed with it. I kind of wish it was in like a beige color, but it's okay. I'm not like mad about it. I got it in black, but it's like a cargo skirt. Figured this would be nice with sneakers and also with like a big crew neck in the winter time or the fall. Just gives cozy vibes. So that's all that we picked up when we were out shopping. This is the last time you're gonna see us in Germany for a couple days because we're heading to Italy. I didn't end up showing you guys the book that I picked up at the bookstore yesterday. I got Yellowface, and on the back it says, "This one is a hell of a story. It's just not hers to tell. Athena is a literary darling and June Hayward is literally nobody. White lies. When Athena dies in a freak accident, June steals her unpublished manuscript and publishes it as her own under the ambiguous name Juniper Song. But as evidence threatens June's stolen success, she discovers exactly how far she will go to keep what she thinks she deserves. What happens next is entirely everyone else's fault." I've heard so many good things about this book. I had to pick it up just because it has like a lot of buzz around it, and I feel like there's a lot of discussion just about like the themes in this book. Also, I never showed you guys all the books that I brought. I brought Their Vicious Games by Joelle Wellington. I also brought The Great Undoing by Daisy Hates. I brought The Better Half by Ali Frank and Asha Humans, and Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. And then I brought It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han, Flawless by Elsie Silver, and Ace of Spades by Farida Abike Ayimide. I think that's how you say the last name. This is actually what I'm reading right now. It's really good and flawless, and I'm going to bring It's Not Summer Without You. So these are the 3 books I'm taking with me to Italy. The flight is only an hour, so I don't think that I'm going to get a ton of reading done on the flight, and most of these books I'm bringing because the flight back is like 9.5 hours. So I read a lot on the way here. I finished 1,000 Boy Kisses, and I finished Monday's Not Coming like right before I left, and then I finished or read more Flawless. So I feel like on the way back I'm definitely going to be reading a lot, so I'm bringing all of these books. Did I bring a little too many? Probably. But you know what? You just never know how many books you're going to need, because if you run out of books, I mean, I guess you could buy some at the bookstore, but I didn't realize that they had bookstores with English books. So yeah, the next time you're going to see me is in Italy, and I'll see you guys there.
Side we sway there in all the colors. Some love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Some love. Stop giving back. Honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me.
We just got to the room and it is so nice. I want to show you guys like what's in front of me right now. It is incredible. Brady did such a good job of picking out the room that we're staying in. This is our balcony area. Literally, you walk right out. You can see all the boats down here and the entire canal. So pretty. And then when you turn around, there's the bedroom and the bathroom in here. In the bathroom, there's a little shower and a tub. god, I cannot get over that view. They have a little couch over here, and then they have some fruit for us to enjoy. I think this is gonna be the thing that I look at more than anything. Literally incredible. Like every morning we're gonna get to see this. Oh my gosh. Good morning. No! Good morning, guys. You just caught Brady saying you should have grown a mustache for Italy. Like, please don't. I feel like mustaches are so in right now. Like, everyone's getting them, but I mean, you would look good with it. I feel like you already have that like little bit of stubble up there, so you could grow it in, but you would also be the type to like make it curl at the ends. That's like, no. But we're getting ready to go out to walk around Venice, and this morning we hung out in our little like, there's like a garden area where like breakfast is and stuff here. This hotel is so nice. One of my favorites I think I've ever stayed in. The view's incredible, like the staff is incredible, the food's really good. I had like a plate of fruit and it was just very refreshing, very sweet. And we sat down there for a long time. The coffee here is great. We've just really enjoyed this whole trip. And I was telling Brady, like, I feel like this trip has been like 2 weeks long, even though it's just a week, but because we spent some time in Germany and then we're gonna spend like a couple days here in Venice and then we go back to Germany, it just feels like so long. So yeah, we're gonna go and like walk around and like look at some of the shops and stuff. One of my friends is coming to visit, and you guys have met Alexis before many times over the years, and she's coming because she's actually in Italy with her boyfriend right now, and I think they're only like 3 hours away, so they got a hotel in our hotel, and it's gonna just be like really nice hanging out with them. Then tonight I think we're gonna do like a gondola ride for like our anniversary memories, because this is a little anniversary trip that Brady like planned, and I just feel so blessed and grateful to have such like an amazing husband. So I think I showed you guys how I went to a bookstore yesterday here, and they had so many good book recommendations. I love looking at bookstores in different like areas, and I think I said this in Germany, but I like it because I see what's popular in other cities, and sometimes I find books that like aren't necessarily popular at home. Like obviously Magnolia Parks is huge, but it's also huge here, and they actually sell it in stores, which they don't really sell it like in Barnes or anything, and they don't sell it at a lot of bookstores back home. I think partially because Daisy Hates has like guns on the cover, and then I also heard, or I read on Jessa Hastings' Instagram that some books won't stock Magnolia Parks because the front of the first book looks like a children's book, and they obviously don't want children to read it. So, I mean, obviously if you like know books and book sections, like if you're in the adult romance section and maybe it looks like a children's book, just know it's not a children's book. I don't know. So I think that's part of the reason why they're changing the covers, but it was nice to see like a very well-known popular book that I love like actually in the stores, because I haven't seen it at home. So yeah, we're gonna walk around a little bit more, enjoy and take in Venice and a little bit more of that, and then I'll give you a little recap probably later tonight, maybe early tomorrow, of the book that I'm reading, how far I've gotten, and the rest of the books that I'm gonna start next, because I'm almost finished with the book I'm reading and I'm loving it, just eating it up. Might be, okay, not might be, it will be another higher star rating, but let's head out and explore Venice. I changed my outfit because we are gonna go on a little gondola ride. Let me see if I can actually show you what my outfit looks like right now. This is what my outfit looks like. I came outside so I could show you guys, because I feel like it was kind of hard to see inside. We are waiting for the little gondola driver to get here, because they pick us up like literally right in front of our Airbnb, which is, or our hotel, which is nice. Yeah, I did. Let me show you guys what you guys are sitting on. You guys are sitting on this right here. I trust this not to fall or break. They're on their way. But they're picking us up right here, and this is part of the hotel that we're staying at. It's the Palazzo Barocci, I think, which is super nice. It's really close to the bus station, so if you like don't want to take a taxi here, you can take like a, I think it's like a $10 bus or something, and they pick you up right in front of the door, which is so cool. And then obviously there's the water. It is truly so beautiful here. Now that we're back inside waiting for the gondola, ooh, I think it's actually almost here. Oh, maybe that's not ours. Actually, there's people in that one. But I want to give you a little update on this book. It is so good. I've heard about it from a lot of people who are like big, it's not like it's definitely a thriller, but it's not like a thriller like it's more like suspenseful thriller. I feel like it's not like scary thriller. There are some parts where I'm like but it's not like scary, if that makes sense. It is so good. I've been just reading through it so fast. I haven't actually had a lot of time to like read while I've been here because we've been just like out and about and stuff, and I am already halfway through. I'm on page 261, and I think there's like 300 and there's 408 pages, so I am like pretty far through this book, a good deal, but I knew that I liked this book at page 46, which is wild because I feel like it takes me a long time to like really get into books. Usually by 100 pages I know if I like it or not, but this is literally at like page 46. I was like, oh, I'm so into this. I also have the book Their Vicious Games, and that's supposed to be like a similar book to this, which is why I ended up picking up this book, because before I read Their Vicious Games, I want to read this one so that I can have like a basis for like what's the, not original, but kind of. So yeah, anyway, that's a little update of this book, and I will give you an update of what I'm reading next whenever I get back to the room.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream.
Here with Alexis.
Hello, in Venice, Italy.
Yeah, good morning, guys. We're actually looking at AI generated children.
I'm obsessed.
It's on
Chauncey
this.
showed me this. I'm like, I'm doing it right
Well,
now.
it's on this app, and it's actually pretty accurate. Y'all know I'm not even like really wanting kids for real, but I was like, I need to see if me and Brady's DNA would dominate other people's
Literally,
DNA. So I've been looking through some of the pictures, and they actually are like fairly accurate. I feel like
They're so cute.
the girls are more accurate. The guys, kind of accurate.
Yeah.
I might have to show you guys some of these,
Yeah,
honestly.
they're so cute.
Like this one, literally AI generated.
Look at little Shaughnessy.
Does that not look like it could be me? Like that is like, it literally looks like me.
Yeah.
And then some of these don't look like me like at all. But some of them have like, Brady has like a little gap in his teeth. Some of them have like Brady's gap. They're really cute. Like this one. Let's see if they can see that one.
Let me see that one.
It's not even focusing. Come on.
Like,
Focus. There we go. So cute. We are walking to like bookstore, and I feel like every time I walk down these little like areas, I'm just like, this looks fake. It looks like an actual storybook. Like looking up there and like all the architecture and history, it just looks like so cool. I don't know. It's very pretty. She's still working on her her AI.
I really am. I'm dedicated. Once I've seen her, I was like, I gotta do it.
I want to see what it would look like.
Me too.
So beautiful. I can't get over how pretty it is. We made it to the bookstore. They have all kinds of stuff on these tables and calendars over here. Now I want to go in and see the books. They also have a ton of books that are like 1 cent, which is really nice. Or 1 peso? What is that?
Not pesos, girl.
Or not pesos. Euros, yeah. There's so many postcards over here too. These are so pretty, oh my gosh. Wow. This is just beautiful. That is not me. Ew. That's how I look in the morning. They have so many books. Oh my gosh. So they have everything. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh. This is so cool how this is all on the gondola. That is neat. Hold mine there. Can you do mine? You gotta go up, Alexis. I did yesterday. We were here. We came yesterday. I got pictures up there. So cute. You're cake. Whoa! Wait, look at
Is
this.
it nice? Oh, now. Oh my god, here we go.
You shouldn't have shown me this. Look at that.
Oh wow.
Hold it and then look at that.
How would you film in 4K? Or
They're falling in love with my camera. No, I'm obsessed. The quality. You guys know I love good quality camera. This is good. Yeah. You're the king of the boat. Give me your phone. I don't have my
gondolier right here.
Roberto went on the gondola. And it's like moving.
It really is.
This is cool.
See ya.
Bye.
You take a second in the hotel.
Right. They have so many good books. I know. I want to show you guys this little Robinson Crusoe. Look at this. I read this in I don't know. Was it high school, middle school? Some kind of age. They have all these, but they're all in Italian. If I lived here, I feel like I'd come here all the time. Just like to look and see what they have. Granted, I wouldn't be able to read anything, so I'm doing my best. There's books everywhere. I kind of feel bad that like the books are just like, I don't know, ruined. They're pretty. Not you still trying to generate
5 hours later.
Do you have any that you saved or no? No. No, you haven't saved any?
I would, but Roberto decided to regenerate more.
They were cute.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever get to see. Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. Yeah. This is so pretty. What a view.
Driving down Nashville's back road, sun is setting here in Forest Hills. Time is moving fast these days. We slow down to catch our breath. Take me home where the whiskey hits right as I sink in my leather chair. Put old records on. I am tired and I need to rest these bones. Or down Franklin Road, doesn't matter.
It's our last day here and we really enjoyed today. I ended up getting 2 books at the bookstore, and what's interesting is that a lot of bookstores actually have books that are in English. I was really surprised. I didn't think that that would be the case because I feel like if you go to like Barnes & Noble in the States, they definitely have books in other languages, but I feel like if you went to just like a regular bookstore, they probably wouldn't have like a ton of options in a bunch of different languages. But a lot of people here do speak English, so like maybe that's part of it, but then again, like a lot of people I feel like speak Spanish in the States, and if you went to like a small independent bookstore, I don't know if you'd find a ton of books like in Spanish. And they had like a whole section at this bookstore. It wasn't huge by any means, but still it was like a good amount. So I want to show you guys first the book that I'm reading. It's called It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han. It's She wrote To All the Boys I Loved Before, and I read The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is the first book. I actually just started this today. I was reading it in the Uber on the way over to the little, like, we went to like a treehouse thing. It was actually really cool. You guys obviously saw the coffee shop, but it wasn't like a regular coffee shop. It looked like a treehouse on the outside, and then we walked over to a park that was near there that had like people in their swimsuits. Obviously you guys saw just like out and about, and I read for a little bit there. But I haven't really had like a ton of time just like reading, and I'm on page 68 right now. This is just a really easy book to get through. I really wanted to read this before the new season came out, but I just don't like think that I'm gonna finish both of these before I actually watch it. I haven't watched any of it yet, but I feel like I'm going to want to eventually. Brady was saying that I should download it for the plane, but honestly, I just like reading on the plane. I don't know, I just like that better, or just like listening to music or listening to audiobooks. So this is what I'm reading, and I ended up getting 2 books. So the first book I got is called Lying in Wait, and it says, "My husband did not mean to kill her" on the front. It said Gone Girl fans will love Lying in the Wait, and I feel like Gone Girl was a really big popular book that a lot of people read. I actually think that that was set in Germany, if I remember that like correctly, but I could be wrong. On the back it says, "Lydia Fitzsimmons lives in the perfect house with her adoring husband and beloved son. There's just one thing Lydia craves to make her life complete, and she's determined that her husband will get it for her. The last thing she expects is that her obsession will lead to murder. However, not even a dead body can stop Lydia in her tracks. If anything, it makes her more determined to get her own way, whatever the cost." And this book is one I've never heard of, but I looked it up on Goodreads, and I think the rating is like 3.7 or 3.8, which I feel like is pretty good. It is so hard to find thrillers that I haven't heard people talk about it, but it's also super hard to find thrillers that actually have high ratings. Like, I feel like a lot of people talk about the same thrillers over and over again, which some I haven't read. Like, I haven't read Rock, Paper, Scissors. I haven't read The Silent Patient. I just recently read The Housemaid. Like, a lot of the ones that people just talk about over and over, I don't know why. Like, whenever I hear people talk about romance books over and over, I want to read them. When I hear people talk about thrillers over and over, I don't know what it is, but I don't want to say I get the ick, but I just like don't get as excited to read it. And maybe because thrillers are more focused on the storyline, and I feel like I've heard the story so much when people are like, "I read The Housemaid, this is what it's about." I'm like, okay, I know it's about a maid, I know it's about this and that. Like, I know what The Silent Patient is about, like the synopsis, and I know what Rock, Paper, Scissors is about. So I feel like it takes away some of the excitement. Whereas when people talk about romances, I feel like they talk about how they feel or felt when they read the book versus the storyline. So it doesn't feel like it gives away as much. But I picked up this book because it had good reviews, and what's interesting is I actually showed you guys 3 books, and I asked the lady like where the English books are, and she like was like, "Oh, they're over here." Then she picked up 3 books, and she was like, "These books are good, you should read them." I read the back of them, and I immediately put them back, just because like one of them looked super freaky. It almost seemed like the lady, I don't know, it seemed like the lady was someone that like ate people or something. Like, and I looked at the cover of the like English translation. Like, obviously I was reading the English translation, but a lot of covers in Germany are different than our covers. And I looked at the cover that's like in the States, and she has like a handful of like meat, like raw meat. And then on the back it talks about her like insatiable need for like people. I don't know, it just seemed like she like ate people, and I was like, I don't want to read this. And she was like, "Yeah, this book's like super freaky," and I was like putting that back. And then there were 2 other books. One was actually set in Indiana, and she said that that book would be like a nice little read, but on the back it kind of looked like a quirky book, and you guys know how I am with quirky books. Anxious People by Friedrich Bachmann, to me, super quirky. Kitchens of the Great Midwest, again, another Midwest book, super quirky. And I sometimes feel like Midwest books, like, people try to make them like these cute quirky reads, and I just am like, ugh, like, I don't know, I don't like them. They're not funny to me, they're not interesting, I just don't end up enjoying them. So I put that one back, and I can't remember the other one. It was like Countryside of something or other, and I think I looked at the rating on Goodreads and I just didn't like it. So I ended up looking on my own and getting like books that I like. So this one looks good, Lying in the Wait by Liz Nugent. And then I got The Power of the Dog by Thomas Savage, and it says a rich and challenging psychodrama, and that's what The Guardian said. And the Times said a slow burn psychological Western. And they actually turned this into like a Netflix film, which also, this is super random, but these books are so much cheaper than like our books. Like on the back of here it says that this is $8.99, not in like US dollars, but like the conversion like would be a little bit more than that obviously. But I think I got both of these books for like $23. So in our conversion I think that's like 30 or somewhere around there, like a little more than 30 maybe, or right at 30. Could you imagine like getting 2 of these books for that price? I would just buy books all the time. Not like I don't already, but like I would buy them even more. But this says Phil and George are brothers and joint owners of the biggest ranch in their Montana valley. Phil is the bright one, George the plotter. Phil is tall and angular, George is stocky and silent. Phil is a brilliant chess player and a voracious reader and eloquent storyteller. George learns slowly. He devotes himself to the business. They sleep in the room they shared as boys, and so it has been for 40 years. When George unexpectedly marries a young widow and brings her to live at the ranch, Phil begins a relentless campaign to destroy his brother's new wife, but he fails to reckon with an unlikely protector. From its visceral first paragraph to its devastating twist at the ending, the power of the dog will hold you in its grip. Now, I opened this book. There is not a ton of dialogue. Like, if you look at this, there isn't a ton of dialogue, and you guys know how I am about books without dialogue. This was giving like a little life type of vibes. Like, you guys know a large part of why I didn't like that book is because there isn't much dialogue. But this book is very short. It's less than 300 pages, and I looked on Goodreads, and the Goodreads rating and Amazon rating is like 4.2, which is so high, very rare for thrillers or just like psychological books in general. So I was like, you know what? I have to get it. And I think because it was a short book, it felt like it would be an easy one. And then it also says that it grips you like from the first like chapter, which is a good sign for me with thrillers. So these are the 2 books I got. I also got, which I think I showed you guys this the other day, I got Yellowface by Rebecca F. Kuang. And this is a book. It says, there's one hell of a story. It's just not hers to tell. Athena is a literary darling, and June Hayworth is literally nobody. I feel like I read this to you guys. But Athena dies in a freak accident, and then June steals her manuscript, and she like pretends like it's her book. And I've just heard lots of people talk about this book. That's literally why I bought it. I do think that one thing I really love about just like Europe and books in Europe is a lot of these books are paperback. Like, you can see that this is the size of a hardback book. Like, look how tall that book is in comparison, but it's not hardback, it's literally paperback. So I don't know, I would read books like this so much more. Like, sometimes books, I feel like they only come out in hardback, and I'm like, ugh, like I have to read those. Like, I just don't want to read hardback books. I feel like they're harder to travel with, harder to put in my purse. But if they're like this, like bendable, like this is like literally a paperback, but like the size of a hardback, I love those. So anyway, I'm gonna read for a little bit. This is literally our last day, but we're gonna go to the park later, and I think we're gonna get on scooters because we really enjoyed that. And there's like a park that's close to here, and we're gonna enjoy the outdoors. But I'm gonna read for a little bit and just like hang out before we go there, and I'll give you an update on where I am in the book a little bit later tonight. It is officially time to go through the books that I read on vacation. I'm gonna have a little help from Goodreads because some of our stuff actually got lost in like flying from different countries and stuff. It actually just got to the airport where we like flew in, but it's not to our house yet because we're gonna deliver it to our house. And the books that I finished, like most of them are in there. So I'm gonna go through Goodreads, but before I do that, I wanna show you guys a book that came in while I was actually out of town. I got this book called My Week with Him. It just came out by Joy Goffney. Look at the cover. This is the author who wrote Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry. So freaking cute, and it says, Nikki can't wait to leave Texas and follow her dreams. After a painful betrayal by her sister and a heated argument with her mother, Nikki is kicked out of her home. She decides to flee to California to pursue her dream music career. When her best friend Malachi discovers her intention to run away, he begs her to spend the remainder of the spring break with him so he can show her all the reasons she should stay in Texas. But their plans are interrupted when Nikki's little sister, Vay, goes missing. Nikki is forced to work alongside her difficult mother while navigating her budding romantic feelings for Malachi as they all set off in search of Vay. Over the course of a week, Nikki finds the love she's always been missing, but will it be enough to convince her to stay in Texas? I cannot wait to read this. I feel like Joy Goffney has really easy writing, and I just feel like I'm gonna like that book a lot. So I ended off the vlog saying I was reading Their Vicious Games by Joelle Wellington. I am still reading this book. It is so freaking good. I haven't really had a spare minute since I got back to finish up this book, and I think I haven't had as much time, mostly because I haven't been making myself a priority. I've been working so much trying to catch up on emails and stuff. That's the thing about like having your own like business. Like I get to hang out with you guys full time, but like I don't have an editor, like I don't have anyone else who does anything for me other than I have management and they like go through contracts, but then I still like have to read them over again. And like, so a lot of, well, like pretty much 100% of everything is me, so when I'm gone, everything just kind of piles up. So I'm hoping to finish this within the next day or so. I'm really, really far into it. I have like 100 pages left. I know that this is gonna be either a 4.5, or maybe a 5-star read. It's that good. It's such a unique concept. And this is Joelle Wellington's debut book, I'm pretty sure. I will start with the book that I finished first. I don't actually have the books on hand, or all of them. Again, I said that they are gone right now. But I finished Monday's Not Coming, and I rated that 4 out of 5 stars. I really like that book because it sheds light on how a lot of Black women are like kidnapped, or like things happen to them and no one really cares. And there's just like a stark contrast between like the way that white and Black and brown bodies are treated when like something goes wrong. But it was really talked about in a way that I feel like is very, I don't know, easy to take in. Even though it's like hard, it still was like a YA book, and it was easy to like understand, to digest, even though it was still hard. But I rated that 4 out of 5 stars. And then I read 1,000 Boy Kisses. I kind of talked about that a little bit already, how I feel like if I hadn't read it with music, I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much, but it was very much Hallmark movie vibes, super cute, and I did shed a tear. Rated that 4 out of 5 stars. Then I finished Ace of Spades. Again, don't have that on me. Rated that 4 out of 5 stars. That book is such a unique concept, and Their Vicious Games is actually super similar to Ace of Spades in a sense that it gives like Get Out vibes, but I think I like this book better. So I rated Ace of Spades 4 out of 5 stars, but I know this is gonna be a book that I enjoy even more than that. And I think because the concept is, this kind of gives Squid Games / Ace of Spades. And I don't know, I feel like Ace of Spades was really, really good, like such a cool concept, but if you've already read that one, definitely read Their Vicious Games. And then I finished Flawless. I rated this 2 out of 5 stars. I feel like most people love this book, and I say this all the time. Do you love the book or do you love the writing? Because the writing is so easy, but this story, I have a hard time like seeing how anyone could rate this like a 5-star read, only because I feel like Rhett barely knew Summer. Like he would be like, oh, like she walked past me and like now like I want to like hook up with her, and it's like, okay, yeah, but like what about her do you actually like, you know what I mean? Towards the end I do feel like they connected because she shared like some of the things that she had like went through, but there was like a little 3rd act breakup, and I feel like it was for a reason, but then I feel like, I don't know, it just, they kind of came together a little too fast, and I just feel like maybe number 2 is better. I have heard that the second book is way better, and it's about one of the brothers that I really, really actually enjoyed. So we'll see if I like that one better, but this one was rated 2 stars. Super easy writing. It reminds me of Lucy Score's books, so if you do like her books, I mean, I feel like you'll probably like this. I feel like the spice is also similar to Lucy Score's books, like a lot of spice, so I don't know. Then I finished It's Not Summer Without You. I rated this 4 out of 5 stars. I think I actually like this book more than the first one, mostly because I got to see how both like boys really treat her and how she was kind of torn between both of them. I also got to see how annoying Belly is, and it made her very human, and I feel like all of the family and everything that they've like been through, you really get to like love them even more after the first book. Rated this 4 out of 5. Love it, love it, love it. Can't wait to finish the 3rd book so I can actually start the series. I watched the first season, but I haven't watched like the new season yet because I want to finish the books first. Then I read My Dark Romeo, rated this 2 out of 5 stars. I feel like so many of you guys have recommended this book, and I think I'm realizing that I don't like spice if I feel like one, it takes over the plot, or two, I feel like they use it as a way to make you like the characters being together. Like, I need something outside of the spice, and to me the spice is something that like binds them together, but like I should already know that they're a good couple prior to the spice. Like, I think about In Love and Other Words, there was so much spice in that book, but the way that they talk to each other, like the connection that they have, the memories that they have, really like solidified like, okay, they should be together. And then like the spice just like made me love them more. I feel like this was heavy on the spice, and some of the stuff was like really weird. Like, I think he like cut himself or something and then like wrote on her back, and like blood, and like it was just weird. I rated it 2 out of 5 because the writing was really easy to read, but it just, like, he was super controlling, and I think they were trying to give, like, alpha male vibes, but, like, I don't know. I didn't get it. I think at one point they were, like, hooking up, and, like, she still had clothes on, and she, like, didn't take off, like, anything, and I'm like, girl, like, you're gonna get a yeast infection. Like, this is not okay. So, I don't know. I just was not really impressed by that. But, oh, I'm almost dropping these. But I ended up finishing, let's look at Goodreads. I finished Monday's Not Coming, Thousand Boy Kisses, Ace of Spades, Flawless, It's Not Summer Without You, and My Dark Romeo. Granted, I did finish the last half of My Dark Romeo when I got home, and then I finished the A Thousand Boy Kisses on the plane on the way there, and then I finished Monday's Not Coming on the plane there as well, I'm pretty sure. So really the books that I like physically read there were Ace of Spades, Flawless, and It's Not Summer Without You. So yeah, I don't know. And maybe I think I actually might have read part of It's Not Summer Without You on the plane. I had a 10-hour plane ride back home, and then I had like an 8.5-hour plane ride there, so like lots of reading time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked seeing everything that we did when we were in Germany and when we were in Italy. It was such a dream. I actually have a really fun trip coming up with friends, and I think I'm gonna do a video picking out books for them because my birthday's coming up, and I want to give them all like little gift bags for like our little trip that we're doing. And I think I'm going to pick out a book that I feel like reminds me of each person, and I want to show you guys what I'm getting because it's like, you know, about books. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. Bye guys.